Hello, this is Kevin King from Pinehurst Websites, and today I'm going to show you how to do imports and exports using CSV spreadsheets in Shopify. So this can be a little bit tricky when you're doing variations. When you're doing records that are single records with single images of your products, it's a little less complicated. So I'm going to start with a variation item and show you what it looks like when you're trying to import that, because if you understand the variations, and we'll go back and forth between the product and the spreadsheet to kind of explain what each column fills in Shopify. And the easiest way to do that is by taking a product and exporting it. So I've created a product with variations. We'll just go take a look at it real quick. It's got variations for size and colors, and it also has within each product has a variant image attached to it, as well as featured images. So let's see where they come up on the on the website here. If you view it on your website, this particular item, as you can see, when you change your options from green to blue, it changes the color, and that's because we have the variant images on each image. And then we also have different images for each for multiple images of the product. So let's go ahead and take a look at that back in the admin, and let's see how this all relates to a product import or export. So let's go back to the product, and let's just go to export this product. So when you're exporting, you can do the current page, would be everything listed on the page. Since we only have one item, that's fine. But you could also check this off and then select the one matching product. It's going to import into a CSV for Excel. It's not going to be an Excel workbook, it's going to be a CSV in Excel. So you want to make sure that you save, if you're creating it from scratch, you save it in a CSV form. And you can do this in Numbers, and you can also use other spreadsheet programs like Google Sheets. So we go ahead and do an export, and this is our product export right here. And when we click on it, it's going to show us all the product's information here. So we've got the header column, which is the template for Shopify, and it has to have all of these columns exactly, or all of these columns going across in this record exactly as they are in row 1. So if you go, this goes way out, and you don't have to have everything's in each column here, but you do have to kind of know what they mean. And there are really only 4 things that you're going to have to enter. It's going to be the product, maybe a little bit more than 4, the product title, the product handle, the product title, the product description here, the product vendor, and the product type. And then the other things are going to be pretty self-explanatory, like the options and the inventory quantity, and then the price. So a lot of the other fields in here are either not required, or you're not going to need them if you're not using variants. So what we're going to do is we're going to add to this file. So we're going to add some variants so that you can see how this works, and we're also going to add additional products to this file. So let's go ahead and just take a look at this first thing, which is the product handle. So the product handle, which is up here, is going to be the same for every variant. So you'll know that this is all one product's information and its variants. So let's go ahead and see where this comes into play when we're looking at a product in Shopify. So if we're looking at this product on the website, the product handle is right here, polo-shirt, and that's where it comes into play. So if we were going directly to this from Shopify, and you visit on the website, you're going to see the first thing that comes up is polo-shirt, along with the full URL of the website. So that's where the product handle comes in. And the reason that it has a dash is because all URLs don't have the ability to have a space, so they either have to have a dash or an underscore. So that's why the product has a dash and basically this is the title of the product in lowercase with a dash or no spaces. So if it was polo shirt, one word, that would also work. So let's go back and take a look, and we've got polo shirt as the title, and then we've got your description, polo shirt in various colors. Let's take a look at what that looks like in the spreadsheet. And then you've got images on each variation, and then you have these product images as well. So let's go see where all of those are located in the spreadsheet. So if we go back to our product export and we take a look, we've got our product title, which is polo shirt here, and then we have our product description, which has been converted to HTML, but you can actually put in this product description just like this in this column. You don't have to put the HTML around it. It will add it for you after you've imported it. It will add it to Shopify. The next thing is the vendor, and then the type, and then you've got your different variations, small, large, green, and then you have your titles. You only have to put the title in one time, and this is called option name. Option name 2, you can have up to 3 in Shopify unless you use something like bold apps where you have multiple product options, but those are added from bold apps. So you can also have the variant weight. The variant weight is not required, but if you don't have a weight on your products, you won't be able to do weight-based shipping or calculated shipping. So if you're doing banded rates like 0 to 5 pounds is $4.99, it's never going to get to 5 pounds if you don't have a weight in there. And as you can see, this is in grams, so you would have to convert to grams. I think 1 gram is like 1 pound is like 465 grams or something like that. So you'd have to convert your pounds to grams here. If you happen to be in the United States. If you're in the rest of the world, you're in luck. Just put it in grams. So variant inventory tracker, this just means Shopify tracks inventory on these items. Variant inventory quantity, this is the quantity for each variation. This is for the small blue and the large blue, it's got 1. Variant inventory policy. Deny means that when you're out of stock, you won't be able to purchase it on the website anymore. If you want to sell it, even if you're out of stock, this would be allow. Manual for fulfillment services. This means that you fulfill it yourself rather than using a drop shipping service like fulfillment by Amazon or Shipwire. So that's always going to be the same for every variation that you have. Variant price, you may have options where you have different sizes like 6 ounce and 1 gallon, and the 1 gallon may be a higher price, so you can change your price for different variations. Variant compare at price, if you sell it for 40, you can have a compare at price at 60, for instance, but it's not required. Variant requires shipping. If it's a service, this could be false. And variant is taxable. If it's a service, again, in some places you don't have to charge tax, so that could be false. Variant barcode, you could have individual barcodes on every shirt that you do. These images right here, this is called image source, are your product images, and these are right here. These 2 images at the bottom, the featured image and this image, that's where those images are. These images here are going to be further down in the spreadsheet and further columns down. So let's go back and look at that. So if you go further down the spreadsheet, you're going to see this is image alternate text, which is important for SEO, so I'd recommend filling these out even though I've got them blank here in this example. It's going to be gift card is false. You only have to put that on the first record, which is the full product record. Now if you go all the way down over here, this is your variant images. So this is going to be your green small, this is going to be your blue small, this is going to be the green large and the blue large. So this is where you would add those. And then the weight is going to be pounds because we're in the United States. So it's going to convert that to pounds, even though you're putting it in grams automatically. And that's all the information that you need. So let's just say we wanted to add a couple. Things in here, and let's say we wanted to add a large blue, a large red, and maybe a small red. So let's go. These are the only columns that are really required. So what we would do is we would say, okay, I'm just going to copy these to make it simple, and I'm going to add 2 more because this is going to be the same. Most of these are going to be the same. So watch, when I do a Control D, it's all automatically going to copy these columns down for me. Now what I want to do is I want to change this to, sorry about that, I want to change this to small. And I want to change this to red. And I want to change this to red. So now what I've done is I'm adding a small red and a large red. I'm adding 2 variants. And as we go further down, I'm going to keep the quantity is going to be 1 and 1. The price is going to be the same. But I need to add a red right here. So let me go back over to Shopify, and I've already uploaded this. And the place where you upload that is you go over to your files. So if you're in Shopify, you click on settings, it'll take you over to this page right here, and you can have your files. And all I did was click on upload file, then you browse for the file you're looking for and you upload it. And you can upload an entire folder of files, so you can upload multiple images at one time. And this gives you a URL that you can use, basically a hosted URL. So I'm going to copy that and put that in my spreadsheet, and go back over to my spreadsheet, and I'm going to paste this. Is going to be my 3rd image that comes up. It's going to come up right here. So if we go to our products, there will be a 3rd image that comes up here from putting this in. And then I'm going to put in 2 more images underneath here, and I'm going to do that right now. It's going to be the same red shirt. So let's go back over to the spreadsheet and see where that goes in. So this is the 3rd image, which is under image SRC, and then these other 2 images are going to go right here. They're going to be pounds also. It's going to be the variant weight unit, and then it's going to be red and red. So I'm just going to paste that again. That's the red one, and I'm going to paste that picture again, and that's the red one. And this is going to be the variant picture, which is right here. Right here. There's going to be underneath of these, there's going to be 2 red shirts. So let's go ahead and import this under products. So I'm going to go back over to here, and let's just call this sheet. I've added all the fields that I needed, and I'll call this sheet red. File, save as, product import. Doesn't matter what the name of it is, as long as you can remember it and remember where you put it. Import, and I'm going to go call this red, red 1, and I'm going to put it in my desktop so it's easy for me to find, which is right here. And as you can see, this is saved as a CSV, comma, delimited, and that is required whether you're using Google Sheets or numbers. You want to make sure that you save it in that format. So now it's on my desktop, so I've saved that file. Let's go back over and do an import, and I'm going to overwrite the existing file, and I called this red 1. Here it is right here. I'm going to upload this file, and it's going to show me a preview of what this is going to look like. And as I scroll down, it uses the first record to show you, but as you see, it's adding the small and the large red. So let's go ahead and start this import. And you don't have to add the images to import a file, so you can go in and you can add those images directly in Shopify. So but it will import the rest of the information that you need. So let's go back over to our polo shirt and just do a refresh. And now you see it's added the red And if we go to our drop down and we change the color, that changes to red as we change the variant and the drop down. So that's how you do a product import. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a single product row that doesn't have any variations, and just show you basically how you add additional products into the spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and go back to that same spreadsheet, and all we have to do is every handle has to be unique, so you can't use the same product handle more than once. So we're going to call this one, we're going to call it Seahorse. We'll just call it Blue Seahorse. And it has to be lowercase in the product handle. So we're going to go Blue dash Seahorse. Okay, and then we're going to give it and I'm just into the next cell, and I'm going to call it Blue Seahorse with a space. And I go into the next column, I'm going to say blue, this is the description, Seahorse necklace. Okay, and this is going to be under necklaces and pendants, so which is the item type. So I'm just going to copy that item type, which I have this information in another copy. Okay, so now we're going to go to published. It's going to be true, and of course this is going to be the same. You could just copy these down. It's going to be all uppercase. And then we're going to have, this is going to be called title and default title. This is when you have no variations. I'm not going to put in a weight, but if I want to put in a weight, I'd put it here. This is all basically going to be pretty much the same except for my price, so I'm just going to copy this down. And so I have one for my quantity, these are my inventory policies, and then it's just a price. Let's just say $34.95. And if I wanted to put a compare price, let's say it's $65.95. And then I need my image. So if I go to Shopify and I go over to here, let's go ahead and just import an image. So now I have an image that I can use. I'm just going to catch this URL right here. I'm going to put it right in to that spreadsheet. Now this is a pretty important thing. In this next column, you can't actually see it because it's overriding it, but this is a good place to just copy the title, which would be like Blue Seahorse Necklace. It's called the alternate image text. If you look at the top column I'm on, this really helps your SEO by filling this out. And you can fill it out here if you want. And then I'm going to also put false, just like I have up top there, for a gift card, because this is not a gift card. And that is all that I have required except for the weight unit, which is pounds. And so I've just created another product. So when I import this spreadsheet again, what it's going to do, it's going to import this additional product, which is the Blue Seahorse. Blue Seahorse is what I'm calling it. So let's go ahead and save this. And let's call it Red 2. and you just add additional products, whether they have variations, with this same process here. So let's go back to products, and let's go ahead and try and import this. Click on import on the top, and we're going to overwrite our existing information, choose file, and we're going to go to the desktop, and we just called this red 2. And what you'll do is you'll also get a notification from Shopify through the default email on your account that you've done a product import, and if there's any errors, it will tell you if the items imported successfully or if there were errors on those items. So let's go ahead and take a look at those items and see if that seahorse, blue seahorse, and there it is, blue seahorse. So it imported, and let's view it on the website. And you can see it's got our information in there, just the way we put it in there, blue seahorse necklace. And that's it. That's how you import an item in Shopify using a spreadsheet or CSV. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at Pinehurst Websites. I hope this has been useful for you, and good luck importing items into your website. Thanks for tuning in to pinehurstwebsites.com.